Hello, everyone. My name's DJ Skimmets from Twin Tier Sports, and right now we're with Sam Sauer from Thomas Edison, a cross-country runner who has made it 4 times, count them, 4 times to the state finals. I think that's pretty special and something to be proud of, Sam. Thanks for joining me this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
So my first question is, how did you ever get involved in cross-country?
Well, I started in 7th grade with the modified sports, and I decided to do it because I was never really like a standout at anything. Like I tried soccer and I was okay, played softball, I was okay. So I was like, well, why not try this new running sport? Like, what do I have to lose? So I tried it 7th grade and I really liked it. Like I liked how you could like predict exactly what you would get out based on the work that you put in, and I just thought it was a great sport.
Yeah, that's a great way to start. So you started off in 7th grade. How did you do your first year?
I did okay. I mean, I didn't really have any expectations. I mean, I was just like, oh, running. Okay, let's go. And then somehow, it was someone's idea to move me up to varsity in 8th grade. So I was like, okay, I don't really even know what a varsity sport is. So sure, I'll do it. It was just kind of like a new experience. I really didn't know like anything about running or even really like high school or middle school sports. I was kind of like stuck. Like I didn't really know where I belonged, and like cross country kind of helped me find that.
That's good. So you start in 7th grade, you get moved up to varsity in 8th grade. How does the training go? Was it more than you expected? Did you feel at times maybe you were in over your head, or did it all just come together?
It all came together pretty well. I played soccer, so like I was in shape and I was used to running up and down like soccer fields and stuff. So the running part really wasn't that hard. It was just I feel like it was the new people more. I didn't really know anyone and I was kind of quiet. So
So you're on the course and you're running along. What goes through your head?
honestly, I don't really know if anything goes through my head. I think I just get into this zone where I just like don't think about anything, and I just like the race goes by so fast that I don't really even remember it.
3.1 miles goes by fast.
Believe it or not, it does.
So what's an average? I didn't get to. We talked before to your coach. How long does it take to do 3.1 miles?
It depends on the level of runner you are. For me, it takes like in between like 19 to 20 minutes.
Your personal best was?
1928 at McQuaid.
Okay. So that's something be pretty proud of. I walk, but it takes me way longer than 19 minutes to walk 3 miles. So, I give you all the props in the world. 4 times to state finals. Take me through the first time. Were you intimidated? Were you nervous?
The first time I feel like was actually the easiest because I was just kind of going in, and again, it was something new. Everyone was just proud of me for being there, so I didn't really have like the pressure to like get a specific place in the state meet. It was just kind of like for fun and just to enjoy the fact that you're there and the hard work that you put in to get there.
Going backwards a little bit, talking about the course, are there courses that you prefer? Because you've run on so many of them, and I'm sure you've run on them more than once. Does a course suit you better at times?
I think so. I think hilly courses suit me better because I mean, if you look around Elmira Heights, there's so many hills, and I'm used to running on hills, and it plays to my strengths. I think that I'm really strong in my legs, and some people aren't, so I can like take advantage of them on the hills.
Okay, that would be something to look forward to, I guess, is a hilly course over a flat course. When you're in a pack and you're starting out the race, do you ever look at the competition and size them up, or maybe get intimidated by the competition?
When I was younger, I used to a lot, but now I'm more of like, this is my race. I'm just gonna do my thing and go out there and do my best.
So attitude is important.
Yeah, definitely, especially in cross country. I think it's a pretty big mental sport. I mean, you can do what you think you can do, and I mean, if you have a mindset that you can't do something, then you're probably not gonna be able to do it.
That's an excellent outlook. Does that overflow into your schoolwork and other things? How do you balance it all?
Sometimes it's definitely tough, especially like now that I'm older and taking harder classes. It gets hard sometimes and it gets really stressful. But sometimes I just have to step back and realize that in the end it's all going to be worth it. And I have like a huge support from my friends and family. They'll always help me whenever I need help, or like make dinner for me if I don't have time, or like just calm me down when I'm stressed out.
So your parents are probably your biggest supporters?
Yeah, definitely. I would be nowhere without them.
Oh, that's good. That's good that they take an avid interest and support you. Going on now, your high school career is almost done. It's been a great high school career. What do you look forward to in the future? You're going to continue to run. What are your education outlooks and things that you want to do?
Well, I want to go to college, and I want to run in college and just make the best of my college running career. But I also want to do good in school. I want to be a pre-med major, so like get into medical school, science, a lot of school, hard work, but I think I can do it.
Well, that's a good attitude. To take something that is so hard to do, like cross country. I don't think there's very many people that would want to do cross country. As I asked your coach in an interview we did, what possesses a person to get into cross country. But I think it's giving you a lot of strength and fortitude that overflows into some other areas of your life. What is the biggest highlight? What is the biggest moment that you've had so far?
With cross country, I would definitely say qualifying for federations my junior year. That was really exciting. It's like something I haven't really like heard of the federation meet before, but like I heard of like some really good runners that I always looked up to when I was younger going to it. So like it's always been a goal of mine, and the course was amazing. It was like down by the Hudson River, so it was really pretty, and it played to my strengths a lot. It was like hilly and but like rolling hills, so that was definitely the highlight of my.
So the federation, for the people that may not know what's going on, is that higher than the states?
Yeah, so it's like there's sectionals and then there's states. I think you have to be top 5 in your section to go to states, and then you have to be, I think it's top 5 in the state to go to the federation meet.
All right, so yeah, that's a pretty important thing. So as you prepare on a meet day, how do you get through school knowing that you've got to run this 3.1 miles?
It's actually pretty hard. I mean, I'm always a little twitchy and nervous the day across country meets, but I don't know. It's gotten easier now that I'm like older. It's better to kind of put it aside and just be like, okay, now school time, cross country time later.
So do your teachers notice on the day of a meet that you're a little different? Do they say something to you?
Yeah, I think they do. They're always like, I can tell it's a meet day, Sam. You're not focused. And I'm like, oh, sorry.
Well, I'm sure they understand. I mean, you're thinking. So it's a meet day, you're in school, and you're, like you said, you're having a tough time focusing. But once the start goes, is there anything that you think about?
I think about the hard work that I put in to get there and think that this is my time, so I might as well just put everything I have into this one race and see what comes out of it.
Have you been injury-free through your career?
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky. I had a little foot injury my freshman year, and then, I mean, here and there you have toenails that bleed, blisters, all that great stuff.
Blisters?
Yeah, really bad blisters.
You get blisters?
Like, especially when it rains, it's awful.
I was just going to say, you being out in cross country and outside, you guys run in all sorts of stuff, right? You don't call the meet on account of raining?
No. There's been times when it's been snowing. I mean, I know last year before states it snowed. Like there's like an inch of snow the day before state meets. It's crazy.
When the weather turns, if it's slippery or snowy, is that a concern of yours? Do you change your equipment?
Yeah, I mean, you wear like your warm leggings and Under Armour and gloves and maybe like hats and stuff.
Warm up before a meet. What would a typical cross country runner do to warm up before a meet?
You usually do like a mile or maybe like a 10-minute run, just, like light, easy, nothing too major. And then maybe like some plyometrics to like get your body warmed up and your muscles connecting and stretch. I listen to music a lot in my warm up to like get me pumped up and excited for the meet.
So now I'm going to ask what type of music do you listen to?
There are lots. I like rap because it like pumps me up. I don't know why, but I also like sometimes it's nice to listen to like calming music like Taylor Swift or like Third Eye Blind. We have cross country has like a specific playlist and we all like know the songs and we all like sing them on our warm up. It's awesome. I love.
So when people watch football, they see all the players get together before the kickoff, and they ooh, 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 do cross country runners get together and do a little cheer or pump each other up?
Our team's pretty unique. We're pretty rowdy and wild and just really loud before meets, but some teams are really like calm and serious and want to get focused, but I don't really think that's how we do it. We're just kind of like loud and just there for the fun of it, but we're really good too. Like we take it seriously, but we have as much fun as we can while we're doing it.
I want to talk a moment about your coach, Rick Gusha, excuse me. Um, we met with him and did an interview. What do you take away from the years that you've spent with him?
I take away a lot. I mean, I've known him for 17 years, and I know that he's a really hard worker himself. He's a great runner himself, too. He does triathlons and bikes and swims and does all these crazy things that I can't even imagine of doing every day. And he's really taught me a lot, though. He's taught me that hard work can get you anywhere. He's taught me that the best way to have someone like listen to you. I mean, as a senior, I'm kind of like a team leader, and I've learned from him that the best way to like get your team to listen to you is to just like lead by example, as he said. And if younger kids like the modified or even the underclassmen see you working really hard, then they're going to want to work really hard too, because you're like the older kid that they look up to. So he's taught me a lot.
So, do you see yourself in that leadership role? Did you see yourself over the last couple of years like that?
I mean, I've been on the team for like 5 years now, so I feel like a leader, but it's also a leader of my friends, because I mean, all of my friends are on the cross country team. We've been together for 5 years, so you know, how can you not be friends with like the people that you spend every day, like 4 months out of the year with?
Somebody, now we're going back, somebody like yourself in the 7th or 8th grade, what message would you say to them if they were searching for a sport or a way to, make some friends or be a part of something? What would you say to somebody like that?
I would say that the most important thing to being like successful in a sport or finding friends is to just have fun with it. Just do what you want to do, and if you like doing it, then the success will come, because you'll want to put everything you have into it and work really hard at it because you enjoy it, and then the success will just come and you don't really even have to try for it.
Well, that's certainly a great way to end a little interview. I want to thank you for your time, Sam. I wish you the best of luck in your college career and your life ahead, and hopefully you never get another blister when you run.
I hope so too.
Thank you.